Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Chris D Redefined. Today I wanted to spend some time talking about a topic, something that's changing the world, that is growing in intensity and in worry for me. It's AI. It's what everybody is talking about, and it is increasingly just worrisome to me. I'm not a huge techie. You know, I've got this YouTube channel. I can barely get my iPhone to function to record myself. I teach online. I do use an online teaching platform to teach English. That's how I make most of my income. And you know, I'm on YouTube all the time, just, watching hundreds of political podcasts to stay up to date. Other than that, AI is starting to affect my life, and I have so little to do with the whole world of tech and not really social media either. So I worry about it. Now, I do watch Bernie Sanders, Senator Bernie Sanders podcast, his YouTube channel. And he has got a couple pieces of legislation out. One about, putting guardrails on AI and, holding a moratorium on data centers until, Congress can figure out what AI is. Many of our legislators don't even know what it is. I mean, they kind of know, but they have no real idea of the impact that it's going to have on the whole world. Senator Bernie has had plenty of conferences with AI experts and has found out that AI can learn quickly and could take, move beyond human intelligence pretty quickly. In some industries, it'll move beyond human capacity and human knowledge really, really fast. And so I was watching a few videos on AI and how it's going to affect the job market. I'm worried not only for myself. I have a 21-year-old son, as you all know, which is the basis of this channel, but I have a 21-year-old son who, I don't know if he's going to be able to find a job. I believe he's still in school. As you well know, I'm estranged from him, but I have found out that he is attending college, like a community college, and that he's putting himself through school, and he works as a server at a very popular and very high quality Korean restaurant. And I'm thinking, I think he is in school for computer security. So systems security, and I think he's actually going to be better off being a server. So what I'm learning and what I'm finding out, I'm a teacher online, and as I did a little bit of research about what's getting replaced, another part of my experience is that I was also a personal trainer online for about 2 years. And the platform that I was a personal trainer on started offering, instead of answering your client's question, hitting the AI button and having AI generate an answer that kind of sounds like you. And then just, you could hit that and hit send, and it would generate an answer. And I thought, well, that's funny. It's not even me. That's they obviously copied some of my style of how I tend to talk to my clients, and they would generate, like if I said dear, or if I said aloha, because some of my clients were from Hawaii, that if it was a Hawaiian client, it would start with aloha, and I was like, that's weird. And then also, if they posted their food, pictures of their food, you could hit an AI response that says, that quinoa salad looks amazing, look at all the colors. And then if you changed some of what it said, the next time it offered you an AI response, it would kind of take on your style. And then like 6 months ago, the company just sent out emails saying, we are ending our contracts with a number of our trainers. So thank you, but you're gone. And I thought, oh wow, they took my information and my answers that I would plug into their platform, and they created, why use me? And I knew that was coming. I was like, why would they use me if they can generate through AI, if they could generate their own answers? And so I knew that was coming. So luckily I switched to an online English teaching platform that a friend told me about. And so now I'm teaching English online and am now up to speed and making about as much as I would as a personal trainer online. But I worry about that too. The good thing that I have read is that people like to actually have human teachers to connect with, and that the platforms want human teachers for the most part, because students are more loyal to actual people that they make a connection to, rather than just, an online AI bot. So although they're becoming more and more human, I suppose. So hopefully this stream of income will continue for me. I think it will, but I suppose I need to be prepared mentally. So this is all to say, I worry about my son. So they're saying, I'm watching a few conferences like TED Talks about AI and taking over the job market, and that our young people just coming out of college are not finding work, and they are the canary in the coal mine in regard to the job market. I don't know if you might be familiar with the former presidential candidate from 2020, Andrew Yang, who one of his big part of his platform was preparing the workforce for AI, because millions of jobs will be gone. Senator Bernie Sanders, in very recent, if you go to his YouTube channel and just click anything that says AI, any of his episodes that talk about AI, I mean, we're talking about dozens of millions of jobs gone. And everything from truck drivers to, stock and inventory people at stores like Walmart and Walgreens. And I went to my brother's house. This is years ago, before I moved to Lisbon, and we had to go to the to the local pharmacy, like Long's. Well, they don't have Long's. What is it? Walgreens and CVS. And there was a robot in there, like taking inventory. Like something was approaching me, and I looked over, and there was this white machine going down the aisle, and it was scanning the shelves with a laser to get all the numbers of the inventory of things. And I was like, oh my God, that is somebody's job right there. That was someone's job. And so everything is being replaced by, or going to be replaced by, robots, by AI bots. And when I watched a few TED Talks about what jobs are going to be still here, and I've watched a few things, and actually one of my students told me that some of his friends are in companies where they are measuring how much AI you are using to make your job more efficient, and they send you an email when you haven't been using AI enough. And I thought to myself, well, that they're using your AI usage so that one day they can get rid of you, because that's what the company did to me, that I was just teaching, that I was just a personal trainer on. They used my responses that I typed to make their AI more intelligent. So isn't that what companies are doing? They're measuring your AI usage so that they can make you, generate you, so that in a year from now or less, they can pretty much be you and get rid of you. So we absolutely, if you need to call your lawmakers and make it clear that you want some guardrails on AI, some sort a moratorium on data centers. You've seen some of the news footage. They're not having enough news footage about it, where AI data centers are plunking down, taking up hundreds of acres, miles of space, using up all the electricity in a town, and really contaminating the water supply in certain towns. AOC brought water that had been the water supply of a town where a data center plunked down, and she brought a bottle of water that was before, a jar of water from before the AI data center, and one after. And it was like regular water, and the water that she held up after the data center, had been established, was brown. It was not drinkable. And so she said that town has to, transport water in for them to cook, consume, and bathe in. We need to have a moratorium on how AI is going to affect every part of our lives. And yeah, I'm an alarmist, whatever. You can go ahead and say that I'm an alarmist, but let's see 3 years from now, if nobody does anything, what it's going to look like. But I really think, other than abolish ICE, where we know, hey, I'm brown, my family's brown, we need to abolish ICE. Other than that, I think AI, well, no, that's not true, because SCOTUS needs to be completely rehauled, and we need the Supreme Court to be completely, not gutted, but revamped, I would say, to add more judges, to add accountability, a code of ethics, and also, we need to put corruption monitoring, and reduce term limits, or install term limits, so they can only be a Supreme Court justice for like 15 years, 18 years at the most. So that's another issue. But AI, right there with SCOTUS, abolish ICE, SCOTUS, and AI, they have to be top priorities when the Democrats take over, because I don't think anybody, I think our young people are starting to understand it. If you watch these recent college graduations, and they had the CEO of Google, and the CEO of another tech company, like one of the tech bros, talking at the graduations, the students just walked out. The graduates walked out or started booing the speaker. I think our young people who are graduating from college understand how AI is going to affect their job prospects. But I don't think anyone my age or older, or even in their 50s, really understands the impact that AI is going to have, unless they're in the tech industry, then they know. But if you're not in the tech industry and you're 50 years or older, you really don't understand how much our life is going to change. It's almost kind of like when computers were introduced to the world. I was in college and I was like, oh, what is this? I don't like this at all. I'm just going to stick with my electric typewriter. That's what I used to say to myself. I don't want to do this computer thing. I'm doing my electric typewriter. That's how I'm going to hand in my papers. And the electric typewriter is like a dinosaur. It doesn't exist anymore. So that's what it's like. So the world with AI is here. And if you don't know enough about it, you need to educate yourself. Just YouTube, Google it. How is AI going to change your work industry or the world? And there's a whole bunch will come up. So educate yourself if you don't think AI is going to change this world in the next 2 to 5 years. I mean, it's already here, and it's going to be so much worse. Really bad, not great news, right? Anyway, if you like my content, please hit the subscribe button. I'm Chris of Chris D Redefined, and I'll see you back here soon.